Hey, what's up y'all? It's your boy Nick and we are back with another video. So today guys, I got another haircut tutorial coming for you. I got my little brother Marcus sitting in the chair. Say what's up.
What's up?
He's coming all the way out from Tennessee. As you guys can see, he's looking a little dusty. He's looking a little rough. He waited for your boy to get him right. So what you want to do today, man?
I take it down a little bit with a little tip fade on the side.
A little tip fade on the side. So I'm going to be taking this hair down with the 1.5 on top. And then I'm going to tongue twister. Then I'm gonna give him a little high taper on the sides, also tape out his back, also clean up his facial hair as well. So if you guys are ready to get into it, let's get it. Alright guys, so we're back with another video. Like I said, we have my little brother Marcus coming all the way out from Tennessee. He waited for his big bro to get a cut, so we're about to get him fresh one time. So what I normally like to do guys is comb out the hair, make sure everything's laid down, make sure to comb everything into the growth pattern, and then I'm gonna hit him with that 1.5. So he's a little waver, he's trying to get his waves right and everything, so we're gonna hit him with the 1.5. Me personally, I think the 1.5, especially with his hair texture, is the perfect number to go with. So we're going to go with the grain with that and make sure everything's even all the way around. So I normally like to run over the hair with my BGRVs. I call those things my workhorses. Those things just knock off the hair like it's nothing. And then I like to come back with either my magic clips or my wall seniors with the lever all the way open with the 1 guard and come back and make sure I get any of those flyaway hairs. These things have the fade blade on them, so it gets a little bit of a closer cut. So I just like to backdoor that after my BGRVs and make sure I have all the loose hair and straight hairs. So we're going to be doing a high taper. He normally doesn't like to keep his C-cup, so we're going to start with my T-outliners and make our first guideline. That's going to be from the top of his ear all the way up to his temple. And for today's video, we're going to be using my 5-star senior, the cordless edition, and we're going to go ahead and start our second guideline, making sure to make this about 1 inch to 1/2 inch wide. Now we're going to be fading up, taking out each guideline as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and close my clippers and start to buff out that line, opening up the clipper as I go up higher. Now we're going to backdoor that with our number 1 guard, lever all the way open for our third guideline. Now once we set that guideline, we're going to go ahead and close the clipper up and start to soften up that line as much as possible. Now this isn't going to take out the line, we're going to have to come back with our 1/2 guard to take out the rest of the line, but we're just trying to soften it up as much as possible. Now there you go, I have my 1/2 guard on my clipper. Now sometimes I like to start with the lever all the way open and sometimes I like to start with it halfway. It just really depends. I know my brother's hair, so I can go in with it halfway open and then just close it as need be. Now one thing that you guys may notice is that I'm constantly brushing his hair, and that's what you want to make sure you do. You want to make sure that you're laying that hair down so you see how it looks when the clipper is cutting the hair. So now I have my 1.5 guard with the clipper all the way open. Now with this guard, I'm not going to be setting a guideline. I'm just going to be flicking out at the bulk at the top of his hair. Now once you've been cutting for a while, you kind of know which guards blend into which other guards. So I know this is going to be the last guard that I'm going to be using, and then I'm going to come back down and then just clean up the fade. So now I'm working my way back down with my number 1 guard, clipper all the way open, and I'm just going to continue to clean up this fade and just work out any bulk or any dark areas that I may see. Not being afraid to open and close the lever as need be. So sometimes I like to flip the clipper around and fade with the grain. I feel that it helps with the transition and it helps make the fade look a little bit more smoother. Continuing to work my way down with that 1/2 guard. Now I'm just poking at any dark spots that I may see with no guard with the clipper all the way open. And bam, pretty much that's the fade. Now I'm just going to be cleaning up, like I said, poking at any dark spots, and then I'm going to come back with my T-outliners and just clean up any stubble that I may see. So right around his hairline region, I'm going to take my clipper with the lever all the way closed and just go with the grain to knock out some of this hair, so when I come back for the lineup, the hair is already laying down, so that line will just come out crispy when I hit it with those edgers. So now for the back side, we're going to be doing the exact same thing. Normally when I do tapers, I like to start with the left side, go to the back, and then go to the right side, or vice versa. It really doesn't matter, but for tutorial purposes, this is how we're going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and start to bald them out, and then I'm going to go ahead with my lever all the way open on my clippers to set my second guideline, and play with my lever on the side to start to buff that line out. So now we have that one guard, lever all the way open, and we're going to start to make our third guideline. Then we're going to come back, close that lever, and start to buff out that line. So now we got that half guard on my clipper, lever halfway, and we're going to close it. Just take out the residual of that third guideline. So now we have that 1.5 guard. Like I said, we're not going to make another guideline. We're just going to go ahead and flick at this bulk, lever all the way open. Then we're going to close it up. Then we're going to come back with our 1 guard, half guard, and then our clipper with no guard to finish off the fade. So now I have my 1.5 guard back on my clipper. I noticed at the top of his fade, his hair was looking real bulky. I know for a lot of people, their hair grows thicker in the back, so you may have to come back and go over it once or twice, or maybe even 3 times just to get the blend how you want it to. So don't be afraid to come back and, you know, do some touch-up work. So now for the right side of his taper, I thought the camera was rolling the whole time, so I didn't get it where I balded him out, but I went ahead and balded him out, set in my second guideline, and now I'm taking it out. Now for this side, guys, I'm doing the exact same process that I did for the left side and the back. So I'm gonna speed it up a little bit for you guys and just let you guys watch along, and I'm gonna come back when I do his edge up and let you guys know what I'm doing then. Alright, so now after I finish his taper, I'm going to go ahead and add some moisturizing cream to his hair. And then I'm also going to apply a hot towel. Now what this is going to do is just going to allow his curls to pop out. You know, his hair was a little bit dry, so just wanted to moisture it up a little bit and just get those waves popping. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to start to clean up his neck and then do his mustache too as well. So normally when it comes to mustaches, I like to do the bottom of the mustache first and then come back and do the top. I know most barbers like their clients to bite in their lips. Me personally, I just like the client to hold their lips naturally how they like to hold them, because for me it just helps me to see, you know, how the mustache is gonna come out. Alright, so now it's time to take off the towel. So I'm going to go ahead and brush his hair and then also blow dry it too as well to get it ready for the edge up. So we're going to start with the back edge up first, making sure to keep it as natural as possible. Now you don't want to take it in too much, because when that hair starts to grow back, it's just going to look nasty. So keep it as natural as possible, guys. Now for the front of his edge up, I like to start in the middle, then work my way out to the highest recession point. So we're gonna go ahead and just lay this line crispy. Now these edges right here, these T-edgers, man, these things have been with me forever. Man, Mr. Kim, he's a supply guy, used to come by, he set these things for me. And man, these things are my hitters, man. I can ball people out. I could do an edge up. I can do whatever with these trimmers. And they're not too sharp. I can use them on kids too. So haven't seen Mr. Kim in a while, but shout out to him. I don't know what I would do if I ever dropped these things. So I'm making sure to keep everything as sharp and as natural as possible. And as you guys can see, man, just by putting that line on this cut, it just brought the whole cut together. Now I'm going to be adding some enhancements, some hair fibers, just to take this cut to the next level. Now I don't do this on all my clients. I do it on the ones that like it. I do it on the select few. But I'm not against it. I really like the way it looks. I feel like it makes the haircut pop. So I know a lot of people are against it. For me, I'm kind of indifferent about it. You know, some people like it, some people don't. And, you know, I like it. So I'm going to be throwing that on him too as well. Alright, now for the finishing touches, I'm just gliding the clipper across his head just to get any stray hairs or any flyaways, just to make sure everything is cleaned up. Alright guys, so now we have the before. And here's the after. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Now if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also turn on those post notifications so you're notified every time I drop a video. And until next time guys, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.